Greetings YouTube and welcome back to my channel. I'm talking quietly because it's still quite early in the morning. We set up camp last night in Doolin on the west coast of Ireland. We're doing the Wild Atlantic Way. The sun is shining again, it's an absolutely glorious day. The bike is there, ready waiting. Let's have it. Well, we've been riding for, I don't know, about an hour I guess, maybe, and I have no idea where we are, but we have found a cafe. There it is. We're going to try and get some breakfast, and then I was going to show you on the map where we've gone, but I've not got the map with me, so that'll be later on.
Banana pancakes?
That's here, thank you.
There you go.
Lovely, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Are you okay for everything else?
Yeah, perfect, thank you.
Okay.
So good.
Oh, yes. Ready for this. Nice one.
Camping.
Bon appetit. Breakfast was absolutely wonderful. Feel better now. We've both had headaches, which seems to be a bit of a theme for this trip again. The headaches and the hay fever. That's what's going on a lot. Probably a result of the fact that it's really warm. Yesterday at one point riding along on the bike, it was knocking on for 27 degrees. It's incredible. Anyway, we're going to get the map out and show you where we are, where we've been. Always takes me a moment to actually find out.
Breaking into the second half of the map now.
Awesome. So we are crossing sides of the map today. So yesterday we started off, where did we start off? Oh, we were around about here yesterday, weren't we? On the Bearer Peninsula,
Yeah.
I believe. And then we came up here, had breakfast in Connemara, which was really nice. It all gets a bit of a blur when you're travelling. And then we did the Ring of Kerry. I don't think we did that bit. We did that, didn't we?
No, we did that. That's where we stopped for the
right.
beach.
Okay. Oh yes. Yeah. That's where I had my swim. Okay. And then round here, we then
got on the main N70 and went up to Charlie.
Yep.
And then across to Tarbet. And then got the boat ferry.
Yeah.
And then drove up this coast last night.
And we had dinner and our first pint of Guinness in Ireland in Kilrush, didn't we?
Yeah, that was it.
Then we came round.
No, we went to Kilkee.
It's a good job Ben knows what's going on.
Went to Kilkee and then got back on the Atlantic Way and then went up to the Cliffs of Moher last night. And then we camped just down in Doolin.
Yeah.
And so far we've gone around to here and we're somewhere here. Just had breakfast now.
And then the plan is to work our way up around here, through Galway, and then it's through the Connemara National Park, which I'm really looking forward to because I think this might be offering the wild and remote ruggedness that I've been craving. So, oh well, actually there's the national park.
Yeah.
But it's all good, we're heading this way. So, I think without further ado, we're going to get on it. So, see you on the road. So we've stopped for a bladder relief break, a chance for me to have something to drink. Ben's still alright for fuel, he's got 3/4 of a tank, so I was wrong about him needing to fill up at Galway. I've still got half a tank, I'm all fine. In the distance, yonder, it looks like it's the Connemara or Connemara mountains, possibly the national park. So we're getting there, we're working our way up the map. The landscape's definitely changing. There's just lots and lots of boulders and rocks everywhere. I've got a sneaky feeling it's suddenly going to start to get a lot more remote, which will tick my remote box. Back on our way. I'm going to take the lead for a while. Gotta say, I'm liking how these Micheliananiki wilds are feeling now. It feels like they've bedded in nicely on the road, and certainly whenever I'm on any gravel, and yesterday when we were on that little lane for a while, they felt very good. So I'm happy with them. Let this vehicle go first. Okay. It's been a bit of a battle with hay fever this trip so far. I'm having to keep the visor down all the time. I've got the sun visor down all the time anyway. First day I had that up and it was nice to have the breeze on my face, but I really suffered in the evening. So it's all a bit hot in here now. 24 degrees, but I'm not complaining. It's just an observation. Now I'd stopped filming, but immediately I stopped filming it. The route, the signs made us turn off to the right, away from the sea. I've got a sneaky feeling that the route's going to take us through the national park and into the mountains a little bit, which would be a result. We shall soon find out. It's certainly very helpful with all these little blue signs with the white squiggle on, indicating we're on the route. I mean, that's as clear as you could possibly want, isn't it? I suppose it's adventure, a little bit sanitised, but it's adventure nonetheless. Yeah, we're definitely heading towards the mountains. Hopefully for Ben it wasn't an error not filling up at Galway. Where the mountains loom ever nearer. It's nice how kids always want to wave for a motorcycle as it goes past. There's some little lakes around here, lovely. It want us going to the left, I guess. Perhaps we're not going to hit the mountains, perhaps it is back to the coast, I don't know. Thing is, I don't know, and I quite like it that way, because it's a surprise. That's clear, good. You never know what's around the next corner. Beautiful colours, purples, dark russet reds. I'd imagine in autumn this will be very beautiful as well. But it is just late spring, start of summer. I'm kind of thinking of this as summer, to be honest. When it's mid-20s and the sky's blue and the sun's out, it's summer in my book. My favourite time of the year. Ideally, I think I would chase summer around the globe. Seen many police cars about throughout this entire trip. That was probably the second one, I think. What I've certainly not seen is speed cameras, unless there's loads hidden and I've, you know, racked up loads of fines unknowingly. Tried to keep to the speed limits, but I've not seen a single camera, which is very refreshing after living and riding most of the time in the UK, where they seem to be every mile or so. Revenue collection boxes. Beautiful. I've never ridden in America, but this feels like a Californian road to me. We're going down the Pacific Coast Highway. Maybe approaching Laurel Canyon or something like that. Maybe people who have done that will say, what are you talking about? You're completely nuts. It's not like that at all. There is certainly, though, a majesty to this scenery. I just don't know where to look. We're skirting the edge of the mountains, but it still gives us a taste of what they're like. They're very barren looking, lots of rocks, rock escarpments. Certainly there is a variety of scenery along the Wild Atlantic Way. It's definitely changed from when we were down south. I suppose we're midway or slightly north of midway now. Well, I can tell we're not in the same place as we were a few days ago. If you can get yourself out here, do so. It's wonderful. It really is. Look at that lake. Look at the colour of the water. Wow. It looks so clear. Hopefully it looks like that on the GoPro. Do we still have a trusty old Land Rover behind us? And the answer is yes, we do. School a little way back, and the kids are out lunchtime, I suppose, playing in the playground, and I just had this pang of envy for their childhoods. Growing up in a place like this, I know some would argue that, well, what's there to do? You know, well, there's nature and beauty surrounding you. It's just a magical place to grow up. We were talking to somebody yesterday when we stopped to eat in the evening, and I was remarking on what a beautiful country Ireland is, and they said yes, it is beautiful, and it's also removed from the worries of the world. You know, they're aware of all the terrible things that are happening, like the war in Ukraine and cost of living crisis and all that stuff, but they're kind of also removed at the same time. It's like life has a more peaceful quality to it here, a slower pace, a better pace. Have a look at that little sandy beach down there. Now, if we already had something sorted for lunch, I'd be trying to get down there to have lunch on it, but we've got nothing to eat at the moment. Property ripe for development. We'll try and get ourselves something to eat. I've just seen a little lane that might head down towards that secluded beach we just saw, so it's worth trying. Definitely worth trying it. Perfect. That sounds good. Could you make that two, please? Thank you. Strictly private stuff at this point. Yeah, so we saw a little track that leads away from the road down in the direction of that beach. It's worth a try. What's the worst that can happen? We have to turn around, or try and turn around. And if we can eat our lunch on that beach with a fresh tuna and sweet corn roll, we will be in paradise. We're in paradise anyway, but we will be in paradise. We noticed a little beach sort of to stick out. Is there access to that?
Yeah, you have to go down this road.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't go down to the pier.
Right.
There's a road going off this way.
Okay. Okay.
Take that road and go to the end of that road.
And that'll get you to that little beach.
Get you straight onto the beach, yeah.
Perfect, thank you. So that little track probably is just someone's house, yeah. Which
We'll go down that road then.
So that road, but not to the pier.
Not to the pier.
Cool. Island, and we're doing the Wild Atlantic Way, as it's called, from the south to the north. And yeah, a few days back we started right down the south, and we're working our way up.
You liked it?
It's absolutely amazing.
Great weather for it.
I can't.
You couldn't have picked a better time.
No, can't believe it. I mean, it's 25 degrees and sunshine. And is it normally like this?
We get maybe 2 weeks of this every year.
Oh, really?
Wow.
But we haven't had this now for, I'd say, 3 years. Anything
3 years. So we really did luck out with this, didn't we?
Yes.
Wow.
And we're the week ahead this week now is promised the same. So we're really lucky.
Wow.
Really lucky.
We're lucky, but you're stuck in here making sandwiches and stuff.
But that's all right, we don't mind as long as it's there.
Right, fair enough.
We see enough of the rain.
Fair enough. You take any that you can get, any sunshine there is.
Will you be back again then?
Oh, you can bet your life on it.
Well, I could.
Looks like all the bikes have turned up, which is good. It's good to see bikes. Hello.
Hello.
Hi guys, you alright? It's great weather, isn't it? Great weather. Yeah, you'll be on YouTube. You'll be on YouTube. Two Wheel Dreamer is the channel. You'll end up on YouTube because we're filming this trip. So it's Two Wheel Dreamer is the channel. So check it out, subscribe, and you'll be there. Where are you from?
France, Brittany.
Okay, I've just literally a few weeks ago just come from the south of France, and I was all around Provence and Saint-Tropez and all that area, and come up through the Alps, and then went through Wales, and now I'm in Ireland, and then I'm going to be in Scotland shortly. So So yeah, filming it all as we go.
Especially for filming or...
For filming, yeah. And on this leg of my trip, my son is joining me. He's in the Land Rover.
Ah,
Yeah.
Alright.
So
Repeat me the name of the channel.
it's Two-Wheeled Dreamer.
Two-wheel dreamer.
Two-Wheel Dreamer.
Alright.
Say hi in the messages on one of the videos, and I'll
Very good.
Nice to meet you.
Nice.
See you. Bye. As I always say, it is so nice, the biker community. So those guys were from France. Hopefully, hello if you are watching this in about 2 months' time. Very nice to have met you. So we're heading down to that little secluded beach. We don't want to head for the pier apparently. Well, this is absolutely stunning. Look at that white sand. Wow. Like I may have picked the correct one because there's the beach. Well, that is the destination for lunch. A tiny little beach. How gorgeous. How gorgeous. Tiny bit of paradise. It really is. Hello. Hello. Ben, I reckon there's a swimming opportunity.
Yeah. If there is one, this is it.
If ever there is a swimming opportunity, this is it. Look at the colour of that water. Just look at it. Island, you got it going on, you really have. Look at this. Sorry about all the jerky footage. There is a very cool Bruce Springsteen song called Paradise by the Sea, and the sea is the letter C because for any muso out there, it's in the key of C.
Massive jellyfish.
Massive-ish jellyfish. Yeah, it's in the key of C, and it's a jolly tune. Check it out, it's really good. And this is Paradise by the Sea. Reminding me a lot of the Scilly Isles, it really is. Sand. Right, let's get across. Lunchtime. The best lunch spot in the history of ever. The tide did come in the end. We had to kind of jump across the water. I didn't film it, but that's what we were doing. Ben's just been playing around on that little lane going down to the beach. I thought it would be very silly to take the bike down there and drop it and get stuck, because it's down literally onto the beach. So we're going to carry on heading on our way north. Let's have it. And can continue on our merry way up yonder road north, up the coast, where paradise continues. I'm loving this. It's been stationary, but a second ago it said 29 degrees. It's now 27.5. This is Ireland, right at the tail end of May. May even be the 1st of June now, I don't know. Can't actually see. I think it's the 31st of May today. Wow. I'm back to that old conundrum of what do I film and what don't I film. Because everything is stunning, just everything. All the rocks in the fields, the colour of the water, the twisty ribbon of tarmac that is this little road, the peaks in the distance. Just have the GoPro running constantly. Each two-wheel Dreamer episode's 10 hours long. That's probably how long I'll be in the saddle again today. We've been at it for 6 hours now. I would imagine there's another 4 or so before I start thinking about camping and eating again. Perfect. This is like, apart from the houses that are dotted around, like riding through Mordor. It's otherworldly. Stunning, isn't it? It's really gorgeous. If we find anywhere that does a coffee or something, I could really use one. Yeah, so just pardon? Okay. Might have a mouthful of water, I think. Just look at this. Careful not to fall in. I would imagine if it wasn't for the sound of Ollie chugging away over there whilst Ben fixes his indicator again and hunts for the rattle that's persistent, it would be dead silent. The income people used to make here, who originally lived in those cottages you can see, I guess, was from harvesting seaweed, apparently. that's very rich when the tide's out. And then there's also salmon fishing used to take place. The salmon come here and then make their way up the river to the breeding grounds, although they don't get harvested in nets anymore. You'll be pleased to know. It's just so quiet and peaceful. Right, on we go. Coffee if we can find it, and a snack, I think. It is biker heaven. And I always say, any ride can be an adventure, any bike can be an adventure bike. The bike you own is the right bike. Get out there and ride. Gorgeous little harbour. Oh wow. Looks like a cafe. Find somewhere to park then. We're starting to climb again. Annoyingly, when we stopped and we were hunting for the rattle on Ben's Defender, we established that it was the exhaust rattling on one of the brackets, and I saw some cables that were rubbing against the back box, and all the outer insulation has started to get a bit chafed, and so pushed them out of the way. And now one of his brake lights doesn't work, so that's something we're going to have to take a look at. It's probably been perfectly fine rubbing away for the last 20 years or something, and then I move it 1/4 of an inch and upset it. Silly me. Anyway, we will have a look later. Very nice though, climbing up the side of the hill, the cliff, lighthouse down there. So it's definitely going to be another 10-hour stint on the bike, maybe even longer. Don't know, we haven't got any plans. We'll see what happens. Let it develop as it develops, it's always the best way. But Roundstone, what a stunning little village, and that was a very nice cup of coffee. Oh, I'm loving this. Now is not a time to get it wrong over the edge, but it is the time to stand up and have a look. Wow. What a lame objective wow is, but it kind of works. Wow. This must be the bit, I reckon, where that information board said the coastal road blends with the mountain road. So we're definitely climbing. Well, this is a bit stunning. And a bit steep. I'm sure the GoPro's not showing it at all, but it almost feels like about 45 degrees. stunning road. All those little islands, like archipelagos? I don't know. Little islands, look lovely. A bit like the Scilly Islands. That's obviously a viewpoint, as there are lots of people stopped there. Maybe Ben will stop there. There's one of the signs saying this is a viewpoint, just in case you don't realise it. Might be worth stopping, don't know. It might be. Yeah, it's worth stopping here. Definitely, definitely. Tell him about his light. We can have a look. Trouble is, I don't want to make it worse and short something out. What a stunning bit of road.
Yeah, couldn't even stop.
Yeah, couldn't not stop here. Right, now it's like this. Some muppet touched your cables and now your near side brake light don't work.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, now you've got mucky hands. All fun and games. Amazing view. The lights and the brake light still doesn't work, but the actual rear lights do work, so it's either a coincidence and the brighter filament in the bulb's gone, which we can check later. I may even have some spare bulbs, or it's whatever cable is operating that brighter filament has broken, with the cores broken inside the insulation, because all the insulation actually looks all right. So whatever it is, it's not something we can fix right now. Tombstoning, but I've hung around to film him, but we have a wild Atlantic way to do. Well, dinner is heating up. It's only a rough and ready dinner again, but what can you do? We are in an absolutely stunning location. It has been a marvellous day. It's been a long day. It's probably 10 hours in the saddle again, or in the car seat for Ben, and it's been an honour to have you guys along with us. I hope you liked today's video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Really appreciate it. And I'm just going to turn the camera to the sun and say goodbye. Goodbye.